so much fun to come here.
每次来到这儿，我们都很兴奋。
And every time we sit and listen to the worship team lead us in worship, we feel just released and just liberated.
每一次我们在这里敬拜的时候，我们真的是觉得我们的灵得到释放。
It's just tremendous amount of fun.
而且真的是非常享受。
Indeed, worship, I think, is at the heart of what a church does.
事实上，我觉得敬拜实在是一个教会的中心。
You know, to worship is to ascribe worth to He who is worthy.
什么叫敬拜呢？敬拜就是给当给的敬拜，给那个合适的对象。
So really, that's the heart of what we do as a people.
当我们具体在这里的时候，我们这一群人就是该这个样做。
And it just feels wonderful.
就感觉到心里非常释放，非常喜乐。
And Living and I are just delighted today to spend a little time with you.
我们今天实在很感谢你们，让我们有这个机会跟大家在一起。
And the topic that we are discussing today is your identity in Christ.
今天我要跟大家分享的题目是你在基督里的身份。
You know, this topic of identity seems to be a very modern topic.
这个身份就是你自己是谁，是现代人非常喜欢讨论的题目。
You know, people ask, how do I find out who I am? You know, how do I find myself? And how do I learn to like myself?
常常有一个人问的问题就是：我怎么样能够找到我自己？我到底是谁？我怎么样才能够喜欢我自己
？Yeah, you know, it seems like some of those questions, in some sense. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so in some sense, these questions seem timeless. People have been asking these forever.
事实上，这个问题就是说，我们提出这个问题，好像是就人类都会问这个问题，从古至今。
But in some sense, it's actually a pretty relatively new phenomenon.
但是这个常常问到底我自己是谁，好像是一个比较近代的现象。
You know, a few hundred years ago, 400 or 500 years ago, you know, if somebody says, I don't know who I am.
如果是400-500年以前，有一个人告诉另外一个人说：“我实在不知道我自己是谁，我得寻找到我自己。”
You know, what people will say to him is, "Hey, don't you have a name?"
别人对他的回答就是说：“难道你没有一个名字吗？
Don't you have a family?
没有家庭吗？
Don't you have a country? Don't you have a job?
你是哪国人？你做什么工
Don't
作
you？ have a religion?"
难道你没有什么信仰吗？
Because to some extent, people's identities seem much more clear back in those days.
我觉得在几百年以前，好像人的身份比较清楚的定义下来。
You know, in some sense, we had a sense of we know who we were.
在古代，好像人比较知道自己是谁。
But today, you know, we live in a very transient world.
但现在这个世界是流动性很大的世界。
Instead of vocation, we have a series of jobs.
不是说光有一个职业，而是好像有一连串的工作。
And the idea of family seems much less stable than before.
而家庭也没有以前那么稳固。
And instead of faith, religion, we've got a bunch of other stuff.
而没有不见得有信仰，而是有一些其他东西来代替它。
Meditative techniques, self-help seminars.
要怎么样静坐的一些技巧啦，以及怎么样帮助你自己。
How to deal with your stress, how to deal with your guilty feelings.
怎么样面对你的压力？怎么样解决你的罪恶感？
Yeah, but deep down, we still face the same questions that people did 500 years ago.
但是在我们的内心深处，我们同样问500年以前人所问的问题。
We're still asking the most basic things like, who are we? Does my life have value?
我们问的还是一些基本的问题，就是我到底是谁？我的生命到底有什么意义呢？
And you know, one thing that we notice is that this question of identity is not simply people outside of the church.
我们注意到，就是这个自己身份的问题，不光是教会以外的人在问。
Sometimes we find that even Christians are not really sure what it means.
事实上，在教会里的人有时候也不太知道到底自己在基督里的身份是什么。
Right, exactly. Better than what I said. Right. So, you know, just a couple of days ago, we were we were giving a talk to some young people.
2天以前，我们对一群年轻人有一些演讲，
We were talking about the search for love.
题目是寻找真爱。
And you know, in these things, we have these question and answer periods afterwards.
再后来，我们有问题解答。
And sure enough, we got this question that says, should Christians date non-Christians?
我们就拿到一个问题，就是说基督徒可以跟非基督徒约会吗？
Yeah. It was, the question seemed very sincere.
是一个很诚恳的问题。
There seem to be very good people who are not Christians.
是啊，事实上不是基督徒的有很多很好的人。
We seem to have seen examples where a Christian, does an evangelistic dating, and good things may happen.
我们也看到有一些基督徒好像是恋爱式的传福音，还是传福音式的恋爱，好像结果也不错。
Yeah, I think all of this. The answer to that question, as well as many other questions, has to do with your identity in Christ.
事实上，我觉得对那个问题以及很多其他问题的答案，跟你在基督里的身份是紧紧相连。
And so today I want to talk a little bit about what does it mean to have your identity in Christ.
所以今天我想跟大家分享的，到底你在基督里你的身份是什么？
And the passage that we selected is Colossians chapter 3, verses 12 to 14.
今天跟大家选的经文是从歌罗西书第3
We'll
章。
start here, we'll migrate away, and we'll come back here again.
第3章12节到第14节，我们从这里开始会跳到别的地方，然后最后到这里，回到这里。
So I'll ask Lily to read it for us.
歌罗西书第3章第12节到第14节，所以你们既是神的选民，圣洁蒙爱的人，就当存怜悯、恩慈、谦虚、温柔、忍耐的心。倘若这人与那人有嫌隙，总要彼此包容，彼此饶恕。主怎样饶恕了你们，你们也要怎样饶恕人。在这一切之外，要存着爱心，爱心就是联络全德的。
Beautiful. So this is a passage that Paul is using to speak to Christians.
保罗这一段话是对基督徒说的。
If you look at this passage carefully, you'll notice that it comes in a structure that says, because since you are something, be something.
在这段经，我们看到它有一个很清楚的构造。它起初开始就是因为你是怎样怎样，所以你要怎样怎样行。
Did you see this, the pattern?
大家可以看到这个模式吗？
So he starts off by saying, because you are, in his words, because you are chosen, you are holy, and you are beloved, dearly beloved.
他在这里说，你们因为你们是神的选民，是圣洁的，是蒙爱的。
Yeah, that's because this is not what you have or you do. This is what you are.
这不是你所拥有的，而这个就是你的本质。
And because you are this,
因为你就是这样的一个人。
then so three becauses and 9 be's.
所以就是有3个基本的原因，使得你能够活出9种这个样子的生命。
Because you are, yes, beautiful. Because you are a chosen people, holy and dearly beloved. He says, then clothe yourself, put on this thing.
因为你是神的选民，因为你是圣洁的，因为你是蒙爱的，所以你应该使自己穿戴这样。
穿戴 what? Compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, patience, forbearance, forgiveness, love, and unity.
所以你应该穿戴什么呢？就是怜悯、恩慈、谦虚、温柔、忍耐，然后要赦免、包容、饶恕。
Yeah. So what he's saying here is an incredibly deep and profound thing.
保罗在这里讲的是非常深奥的事情。
He says something happened when you became a Christian on the inside.
他告诉你，成为基督徒以后，你里面整个改了。
There's this dramatic transformation which makes you, as in his words, chosen and holy and dearly beloved.
而这个全人的改变，是因为你有这个样的身份，就是你是选民，你是圣洁，你也是蒙爱的。
Yeah. But before we get to this passage again, I want to take you further back in the Bible.
但是我们在仔细查这段经文之前，我想把大家带回到圣经另外一段。
Because a lot of what we look at today actually has its roots much earlier.
我们今天之所以是我们今天这个样子，它有很深的一个根。
It goes all the way back to Genesis 3.
一直回到创世纪第3章。
I'm going to ask Lily to read Genesis 3:6 to 10. Most Christians are very familiar with this passage.
我要跟大家念的是创世纪第3章第6节到第10节，事实上很多基督徒很熟悉。 于是女人见那棵树的果子好做食物，也悦人眼目，且是可喜悦的，能使人有智慧，就摘下果子来吃了，又给她丈夫，她丈夫也吃了。他们二人的眼睛就明亮了，才知道自己是赤身露体，便拿无花果树的叶子为自己编做裙子。天起了凉风，耶和华神在园中行走。那人和妻子听见神的声音，就藏在园里的树木中，躲避耶和华神的面。耶和华神呼喊那人，对他说：“你在哪里？”他说：“我在园中听见你的声音，我就害怕，因为我赤身露体，我便藏了。”第11节，耶和华说：“谁告诉你赤身露体呢？莫非你吃了我吩咐你不可吃的那树上的果子吗？”那人说：“你所赐给我与我同居的女人，她把那树上的果子给我，我就吃了。”
Yeah. So some people ask me why I am a Christian.
有一些人问我，为什么我是一个基督徒？
I can tell you I'm a Christian not because it makes me feel better about life.
我可以告诉你，我不是因为可以让我生活更好，我才成为基督徒。
It does make me feel better, but that's not why I'm a Christian.
它是让我的生活更好，但这不是原因。
It's not because I need a painkiller or a crutch.
也不是因为我需要来消灭我的痛苦，或者我需要一个支柱。
That something to fall back on when life gets difficult.
就是生活困难的时候，我可以后面有依靠。
I need all those things.
这些我都需要。
But the reason I am a Christian is because it is the clearest view of reality.
我之所以成为基督徒，是因为这个信仰让我清清楚楚地看见我该看的。
Yes, beautiful. So it's a better set of lens through which I understand the universe in which I live.
借着这个，someone can do it. Yeah. 突然我就可以把世界看得更清楚。
Yes, and it helps me to answer the most difficult questions about life, about the universe, and about myself.
使得我能够对于世界、对于宇宙、对我自己一些最难的问题，我可以得到答案。
I'm a social scientist.
我是一个社会科学。
So we study human beings and how they interact.
我们研究的就是人以及人跟人之间的互动。
And it is no exaggeration to say Genesis 3 explains the world.
我实在不觉得我是在夸张，我可以说，创世纪第3章真的解释了人类。
There is no better example of how the Bible illuminates our lives than Genesis 3.
我觉得，这创世纪第3章真的是把人的行为跟人的心态讲得太透彻了。
Some people say that this is sort of a pictorial, sort of very symbolic view of what happened. Other people say it's historically exactly as it is. I happen to subscribe to the latter.
有一些人说，这可能只是一个象征性，好像一幅画一样的。但有一些人说不，这些记载是历史的事实，而我同意这是历史的事实。
However you look at it,
不管你怎么样看它
the message is really clear.
这个给的信息是非常清晰。
First, the message says the world used to be a paradise.
他告诉我们第一点，这个世界以前是一个乐园。
There's no sickness, no death, no sadness, no violence, no conflict.
在那个时候，没有眼泪，没有痛苦，没有暴力。
But then we messed up.
但是我们把它弄砸了。
We made a mess of it.
我们把它搅得一塌糊涂。
Yeah, but here in this passage, it describes what happened after that.
这段经文就是告诉我们，当人搞砸了以后，什么样的现象发生。
God comes to the place of disaster.
神来到这个破碎的地方。
He looks at this mess.
他看到这一团糟。
There's no yelling, there's no screaming.
神没有叫，神没有大骂。
Instead, he says, he didn't recrimine. He didn't say, "Look at this. What did you do to my garden?"
他并没有说你做什么，你把我的花园搞成什么样子。
Instead, he comes into this wreckage, this mess.
他来到这一团混乱的地方，破碎的地
In the
方。
cool of the garden, he's in the cool of the day in the garden.
在天起凉风的时候，在这个花园里，
He says, "Where are you?"
他呼喊说：“你在哪里？”
He says to man, 你在哪里? That's a funny question, don't you think?
你不觉得这是一个很奇怪的问题吗？
Doesn't God know where man is?
难道你以为神不知道人在哪里吗？
He's not looking for information.
他不是在问这个资料，
He already knows the answer.
他已经知道答
So
案。
why does God ask him?
但那神为什么要问这个人这个问题？
The only logical reason is that God is asking us the questions that He wants us to ask ourselves.
唯一合理的解释就是神问这个问题，因为他希望人能够问自己这个问题。
He asked Adam, "Where are you?"
他问了亚当：“你在哪里
Adam speaks up. ？”
亚当就回答
See, the first step in understanding your identity is to ask the right question.：“
我觉得你要认识你身份的第一步，就是你要问对问题。
And God asked Adam this question
所以神问亚当这个问
Where are
题
you?：“
你在哪里
because He knew these are the questions. The questions that He's asking are the path for Adam to recognize what happened.？”
因为神知道问这个问题是使得亚当开始认识到自己站在哪里。
And look at Adam's reply.
你看亚当的回答
He，was hiding.
他躲在那儿。
So behind a tree, he speaks up in verse 10.
第10节，他躲在树后面，讲了这么一句话
He。says,
他说：“我就害怕，因为我赤身露体，我便藏了。
he says, I'm afraid ”
他说：“我害怕，
because I'm naked.
因为我赤身露体，
So I hid.
所以我藏了。
Yeah. What a verse. ”
你不觉得这一句太有力量的一节经文？
There's nothing more universal than what this verse is describing.
我觉得这段经文讲的实在是跨越所有人类的经历，
Nothing more raw and real.
没有任何一个更活生生的、清清楚楚的把人暴露出来。这3个情绪，
Fear,
第一个是害怕，
nakedness,
第2个是赤身露体，
and denial.
第3个
hiding.
是藏起来，也就是否认。
There's no culture, no generation that doesn't understand these things.
没有任何一个人文化，没有任何一个世代的人不能够了解这3个情
No
绪。
matter where you go in the world,
不管你世界走到哪一个角落，
China, North America, whether you speak English, Cantonese, Italian, Portuguese,
无论在中国、美国，无论你讲什么语言，中文、葡萄牙什么语言都可以，
it doesn't matter your religious affiliation,
也不在乎你信的是什么样的信仰，
whether you're Hindu or Muslim,
你是印度教或者是回教、
Buddhist or atheist.
佛教或者是无神论。
We don't need to explain what it means to sense fear.
我不需要解释给你听什么是害怕，
We don't need to tell someone what it means to feel nakedness and shame.
我不需要告诉你一个人觉得赤身露体、觉得很羞愧是什么样的感觉。
And we don't need to tell you that we hide and we deny. We want to hide and cover up our nakedness.
我也不需要告诉你，就是说我们人为了要我们藏起来，为了要遮蔽自己的赤身露体。
So this is the first clue if you want to know who you are.
所以，如果你想要认识你自己是谁，
The first important clue about our identity.
第一个线索关于你的身份，
And I really like what God then asks him.
我真的是很喜欢神接着问的问
He
题。
says, "Who told you you were naked?"
神问的就是谁告诉你你是赤身露体？
So he asks us the same thing today.
他今天也问我们同样的问题：
Who told you you were naked?
谁告诉你你是赤身露体？
You see, this problem of nakedness
什么是赤身露体？
is a very deep down thing.
事实上是一个很深在人里面很深的一个问题。
You know, God asked Adam, "Where are you?"
神先问了亚当：“你在哪里
Adam is behind a tree. He says, "Well, yeah, I'm hiding behind a tree." ？”
亚当说：“我躲在一棵树的后边。”
Yeah. So he's kind of running away from God.
他是逃开神。
Now, God says, "But Adam, you've always been naked."
但神就跟他讲说：“你一直都是赤身露体的。”
No, he didn't quite say that in the Bible. You kind of hear him say, you know, what kind of answer is this?
所以并不是说神当然没有圣经里这个样讲，基本上神就跟他讲：“你这是什么样的一个回答？”
Yeah, God's inviting him for their usual walk, and he says, "No, I can't. I'm naked."
因为神在邀请他们每天晚上都一起散步，但是亚当现在说：“我不能跟你散步，因为我赤身露体。”
You know, Adam, he no longer, you know, it's not that he no longer has clothes. He's never had clothes.
不是说 在亚当现在没衣服穿了，亚当从来都没有过衣服。
But you remember in verse 7.
但你记得第7节
This is verse 7? No, it's the other way.
Up one more.
You remember in verse 7, after they ate of the fruit.
他们吃过了这个果子以后，
Yeah, it says their eyes were open.
就说他们眼睛就明亮了。
It means that it can't mean physical. So they weren't physically blind.
这不可能是事实上就是肉体的眼睛，因为他们以前也不是
There
瞎
was
的，
this new consciousness.
而是这个突然有一种自我的意识，
Oh my gosh, I have no clothes on.
然后突然好像就自己感觉到，就看到说，哎呀，我身上竟然没有衣服。
So God is asking them, where did this new consciousness come from?
神要问他是你这一种，好像这种自我的这种意识是从哪里来的？
You know, the original in the original language, the nakedness originally means to be known. To be naked with someone is to be known.
事实上，在这个原文中间，赤身露体就代表是被人家深深的认识的意思。
You know, before Adam and Eve decided they would like be their own master, they had no problem with sort of being known.
在亚当跟夏娃自己选择当自己的主宰之前，他们没有任何的感觉说不可以被别人深深的认识他。
Suddenly they feel vulnerable.
突然，他们觉得自己好像被暴
Like
露
they're
出来
afraid of
一样
being。observed. They're afraid of being open.
他们很怕自己敞开来，也很怕自己被别人观看。
See, the moment that Adam and Eve disobeyed God,
当亚当夏娃没有顺服主的那一刻，
they feel they have to completely control what they look like and how they're seen.
好像他们必须就开始要控制自己是什么样子，而别人怎么样来看他。
Nakedness originally means to be so known that you're vulnerable.
事实上，这个所谓赤身露体，它原来的意思就是被别人这么样的认识，使得你能够把自己暴露在别人面前。
Yes. So Adam and Eve were naked but not ashamed.
圣经告诉我们，亚当跟夏娃当初是赤身露体，却一点儿也不羞愧。
Obviously, it's not just physical.
他讲的绝对不光是身体
It's
肉质
highly
上，
symbolic language
这是一个很有象征性的语
to
言，
describe vulnerability and acceptability.
讲到自己被暴露，而且被完全的接纳。
So this is the fear of rejection.
事实上，也就是讲到我们怕被别人拒绝的那一个恐惧。
You know, let's say you're at a beach and you're wearing your bathing suit.
我们讲，在海滩有一天你在那里穿着你的游泳衣，
You won't feel naked
你不会觉得自
because
己赤
everybody
身
else
露
is
体，
wearing bathing suit.
因为别人都穿着游泳衣。
But if you show up at a dinner party wearing a bathing suit,
但是如果你去参加一个晚宴，你穿着你的游泳衣，
why you feel a little naked?
你就会觉得自己赤身露体。
Same suit.
你穿的是同样一
This
件
is,
游泳衣，
nakedness is this vulnerability.
而赤身露体就有一点被暴露的感
Fear
觉，
of being exactly fear of rejection.
而觉得别人会排斥你，会拒绝你。
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So you're afraid to be open.
你就在这个情况之下，很怕把自己敞开来。
Now, have you ever found that you try to say something to someone and you find it really hard to say because it's something that makes you feel bad about yourself?
你会不会在有跟别人对话的时候，有一些话你说不出口，因为你怕这样一说了，别人就看穿了你。
Yeah, can't try. You stammer and you try and eventually you give it up.
所以你讲，支支吾吾了很久，到最后终于说出来了。
Yeah, you have to say something. It's like the video of the guilty dog. Pastor Samson has on his Facebook.
是的，牧师都觉得就告诉我们说，狗好像也这样。
Yeah, so it's just very hard. I hurt my hand a few days ago.
几天以前，我把我的手摔伤了。
I fell off a bike.
我骑脚踏车的时候摔了。
I don't really want to tell you what I was doing because I feel really stupid.
我不要告诉你我怎么摔下来，因为我自己觉得实在是太笨了。
But sometimes you say something difficult to someone and the response is surprising.
有时候你把自己心里很难讲的话讲出来，讲给对方，对方对你的反应有时候会让你惊
They say,
讶。
oh, I really admire you. I know that must have been hard for you to say.
如果对方说：“哎呀，我实在是觉得， 你这很佩服你，因为你很有勇气说你说出的话。
How does that make you feel?
如果那个人这样讲，你会有什么感
You
觉？
feel good.
很舒服。
Yeah, because, you know, we all want two things in life.
我们人生我们都需要2件事情，
We want to be known,
我们希望别人深深的认识你，
and
认识
we
我，
want to be loved.
而且我也要别人爱我。
We want to be fully known and yet fully accepted.
我们要别人完全认识我，我也要别人完全的接纳我。
But that process involves a lot of fear.
但是如果要这个样子的话，有很多的恐惧夹在里面。
At the Stanford Business School, we have a class in organizational behavior, which the students call touchy-feely.
在我们的商学院，我们有这个叫做机构里的交流，学生们就说那个就是把你自己很不舒服的感觉讲出来的一堂课。
Yes, right. Touchy-feely. So the idea is you teach people how to be vulnerable, how to learn to trust.
事实上，那堂课呢，就是教学生怎么样把自己敞开来，然后让别人来接纳你。
Yeah, so we try to teach the speakers to take risks and be vulnerable.
所以我们告诉分享的学生，就是说你那天你要冒一点险，你要把你自己的弱点讲出来，
Honest.
你要诚实。
We encourage the listeners to be affirming and confidential.
我们也鼓励听的人，你要能够鼓励别人，而且一定要保密。
Yeah, because we were meant, human beings want to be naked and not ashamed.
因为人基本上是希望自己能够赤身露体而不羞
To be
愧，
known and be loved.
被别人完全的认识，也被别人完全的接纳。
And here's the great tragedy.
但是最大的悲剧是什么呢？
You know, if we cannot get both love and being known,
如果我们不能两者都得到的话，
we'd rather be loved and not known than to be known and not loved.
我们宁愿被爱而不被认识，而不愿意是被认识而不被爱。
So we'd rather someone love a fake one than to really know us deep down and be rejected.
所以我们宁愿别人爱我，虽然不是一个真实的我，而不愿意别人真正的认识我，却不爱我。
Yeah, right, very good. So nakedness in the Bible is to be vulnerable, to be unable to control people's knowledge about your flaws, your weaknesses, your acceptability.
所以圣经讲的赤身露体是什么呢？赤身露体就是你完全没有办法控制别人对你的看法，别人接纳不接纳你，你整个自己的软弱就暴露出来。
Oh, beautiful. Yes. 对，软弱就暴露。So, sometimes I actually get to listen to her. That's really cool. We all have nightmares.
我们每个人都有噩梦。
So one of mine is I forget to go to class, and I suddenly realize I'm supposed to be in class.
我其中有一个噩梦是真的，我其中有一个噩梦就是我会梦到上课了，学生都在那儿，我却没有去。
Another one is I show up in class, I have no notes, I don't remember anything.
或者是我去上课了，哎呀，我的笔记没有带，而且或者是我什么也记不得要教。
Because I'm so afraid I look really stupid.
我为什么这么怕呢？因为我就觉得学生看了我就说他怎么这么笨呢？
Right. How about you? I mean, I'm talking stupid. I'm so vulnerable. How about you share something?
呀，我刚刚也跟他说，我非常怕去一些 Stanford 的 parties。
She's afraid to go to Stanford parties. I don't know why.
就是 Stanford 那种老师这种like faculty parties， 老师的 party。
Why?
因为我担心到了那儿，别人跟我讲话的时候，别人会突然说：“哇，李教授的太太怎么脑袋这么空，什么都不知道。”真的，真的，我真的很担心这个，我就觉得别人看了，我觉得。
So have you ever lied about something because you're just a little worried that if you told the truth, you would it won't work out as well?
你会承认不承认？有时候你会说一些谎，因为你生怕如果你讲真话的话，别人就不接纳
So
你。
here's the reality, okay? We're all afraid of being exposed.
我们每一个人都怕自己被暴露出来。
We originally were built to be known and loved.
敞开而且完全被接纳。
But now we want both, but but we believe we can't have both.
我们现在还是希望两者皆得，但是我们不相信我们两者都可以得到。
And so, we don't want people to see what's inside.
所以我们不要别人看到我里面真实的我是谁。
And even though we don't even live up to our own standard.
因为我们自己也知道，我们没有办法把自己的标准活出
It's
来。
like having a messy room, and when somebody says, "Can I come, visit?" You say, "Oh, let's meet somewhere else. Let's have lunch at the Chinese restaurant." Because you want to see the room.
比方说，你自己的房间很乱，你的朋友要来看你，你说：“哎，我们在外面饭馆吃饭吧。”因为你不要别人看见你的房间有多乱。
So the worst part is that we start hiding from ourselves.
最糟糕的就是我们自己都要躲我们自己。
We don't even want to have a good look at our room after a while.
过了一会儿，我们连自己的房间都不愿意
Because
看，
we are so afraid of what we would find there.
因为我们很怕我们在那里能够找到什么自己见不得人的东西。
The night that I became a Christian, I raised my hand at a 布道会.
我成为基督徒那一天，我是在一个布道会上举手的。
That night I couldn't sleep.
那天晚上我没法睡觉，
I was like all excited.
我非常的兴奋。
But you know what washed over me the whole night?
你知道那一天晚上我都在想什么吗？
Really stupid things I did all my life.
想到我这一生做所有很愚蠢的事情，
Not only stupid, they're really bad things.
不仅是愚蠢的事情，而是真的很恶的一些
Things
事
I've
情。
forgotten about or I justified.
事实上，我有一些我都忘记了，或者我已经替自己辩护过的
It
事
just
情。
kept washing over me.
而这一些像波浪一样一波一波的回到我的脑海。
Do you know why?
你知道为什么会这样吗？
It really happens even in your subconsciousness, even before you make the decision to receive Christ.
甚至在你的下意识，你在你接受主之前，都会有这种现象。
Timothy Keller, he writes it this way.
有一个牧师叫 Timothy Keller， 他这样说。
Yeah, he said, the reason we feel like we need to hide.
他说为什么我们觉得我们需要躲藏？对不起，我的脚非常在抽筋。呀，谢谢，对不起。
我也坐下好不好？
我等一下就好了。等一下。
What time do I have to stop? What's the usual?
12点45分，好像对。
12点。
时间不是我的。
Okay. 那我站着吧。So Timothy Keller, he says, the reason we're afraid, we want to hide is because every one of us knows that there's a pair of eyes out there somewhere.
那个牧师 Timothy Keller 说，我们为什么这么要躲藏
There are two eyes. They are pure.
因为有一对非常纯洁的眼睛在看着我们。
They are true. They are totally honest. They're completely unbiased.
是完全真实的，是完全没有任何偏见的一对眼睛。
They're incorrigibly just, and not any one of us could stand before them.
而这一对眼睛是这么样的公义，没有任何一个人能够站在他的面前。
But he says, the irony is, if there aren't two eyes like that out there, there is no hope for the world.
但是，让我们要知道，就是如果没有这样一对眼睛在看着我们的话，这个世界实在没有盼望。
He said, if there's no unseen seer,
如果没有一个看不见的，但是一个 seer， 就是一个可以看得见的。
if there's no judge in all the earth, if there are no two eyes that are completely pure, completely just, completely honest, and completely truthful,
如果没有这样一对眼睛是完全的公义、完全的真实、完全的光明、完全没有偏见的话，
what is the hope for this world?
世界还有什么样的盼望？
But if there are a pair of eyes like that,
但如果有这样一对眼睛，
what is the hope for us?
那你的盼望是什么呢？
That is our dilemma.
这就是我们中间要挣扎的事情。
And while we are desperately afraid of those eyes,
虽然我们非常怕这一对眼睛，
we also recognize that is the hope for all the world.
我们也认出来这一对眼睛是人类的盼望。
Here is the reality.
事实是这样，
They saw that they were naked,
他们看见自己赤身露体，
and they felt unacceptable.
他们觉得自己没有办法被接纳。
It's in a sense they lost what the Bible calls the word righteousness.
事实上，也就是圣经说，他们失去了这个公义，
失去了公义。
失去了公义。
上。You know, the Christian word for righteousness.
基督教讲的这个公义
The Bible
圣经讲的这个
is
义
a relational word.
事实上这个义是一个关系性的一个字
The opposite of righteousness is not unjust or evil. The opposite of righteousness is rejection.
事实上义的相反并不是邪恶，这个义的相反就是被拒绝。
被拒绝。So if before we were married, I asked Lily for a date.
在我们结婚之前，他想跟我约会。
So she said yes.
我说好。
That means I am righteous in her eyes.
就代表在我的眼中他是义的。
I am acceptable. I found favor in her eyes.
就是他在我的眼里是蒙喜悦的、蒙接纳的。
She says okay.
因为我说好。
You know what sin is?
你知道罪是什么
Sin is man trying to be righteous in our own way in front of a truly holy God.
什么是罪？罪就是人要在这个完全圣洁的神面前说我自己是公义的。
Yeah, we try to stand before those eyes and we say, look what I've done.
我们要站在这一对公义的眼睛面前，反而跟神说，你看，我做的挺不错。
And even though inside we feel inadequate, we feel unacceptable, we feel a sense of hiding, we don't say it.
虽然在我们的里面，我们自己也知道自己达不到那个标准，但是我们就想把它藏起来、盖起来。
Yeah, think about what you do every day.
你想一想看，你每一天所做的
Think
事
about a
情，
really good day.
想哪一天是今天真的是很好？
Why is it such a great day?
为什么那一天那么好？
Did something good happen?
是因为有一些好的事情发生了
Did。you win an award?
是不是因为你得了奖，或者你一个文章得到发表？
Did somebody smile at you?
有一个人对你笑一下。
We feel good because we looked into somebody's eyes and we like the reflection.
我们为什么心里觉得很舒服？因为我们在对方的眼睛里看到自己好像还不错的样子。
What's a bad day? Really bad day?
什么是一个很不好的那一天？
When somebody hurts your self-esteem, your self-worth.
有人伤了你的自尊。
You know, but our self-worth, every single day we're shouting out to the world, we're saying, I'm significant, I'm significant, I'm significant, like a broken record.
我们每一天天都要对自己讲说，我有价值，我有价值，好像一个破掉的
But
墙
we
壁。
don't feel significant.
但是事实上，我们心里并不觉得自己真的那么有价值。
We say, I'm lovable, I'm lovable, I'm lovable, but we don't feel lovable.
我们跟自己说我很可爱，我很可爱，但我自己又觉得自己并没那么可爱。
Yeah. Our self-worth moves up and down more than the stock market.
我们的自我价值上上下下比股票流动的还要更大。
The Bible says, because we try so many ways to solve our own problem with our nakedness.
圣经告诉我们，人类想尽了办法，用尽各种方法，就是要解决我们这种赤身露体
If you want to
的
understand
感
human
觉。
behavior,
如果你想要认识
if you
人，
want to understand psychology, social history, or even yourself,
如果你想要认识心理学，想要认识社会学，甚至想要认识你自己的话，
you have to realize that the root of all things you do is a desire to cover your nakedness.
你要知道，你所做一切事情最原始的动力，就是你想要把自己遮蔽起来，
Yeah, to cover all the flaws you don't want other people to see.
遮蔽一些你觉得不愿意别人知道的弱点，
Because you feel that the only way you ever be loved is if you're covered.
因为你觉得只有你这样把自己遮起来，别人才会爱
You
你。
see it in Adam and Eve when they're hiding behind a tree.
你看到亚当跟夏娃躲在树的后边，
They have such a desperate need to control what people think of them.
因为在那一刻，他们觉得他们必须要控制周围的人怎么看他们。
But God says there's a different way.
但是神告诉他们有另外一个方法。
In Romans chapter 3,
在罗马书第3章，
this is the way Paul puts it.
保罗这个样说。
Go. Chapter 3, Romans.
罗马书第3章，请大家等一下，我翻到哪里去？
verse 21 to 24.
罗马书第3章第21到第24节。但如今，神的义在律法以外已经显明出来，有律法和先知为证，就是神的义，因信耶稣基督， 加给一切相信的人，并没有分别，因为世人都犯了罪，亏缺了神的荣耀，如今却蒙神的恩典，因基督耶稣的救赎，就白白的称义。
All have sinned and fall short of the glory of God.
因为世人都犯了罪，亏缺了神的荣耀，这就是一个事实。
But something even more important in this passage.
但在这一段经文还有一个更重要的东西，就是
God's righteousness.
也就是神的义。
In other words, the acceptability, the new acceptability that came into the world through God.
这个义是什么呢？就是借着神来到这个世界上，使得人再一次被神接纳。
It's amazing, that Chinese word, right? I write it in 繁体字, so you couldn't see. It's the lamb over me.
你知道这个义这个字，如果写繁体字的话，大家不知道，就是一个羊在我的上面。
This is the righteousness of a Christian.
对一个基督徒而言，这个才是你的义。
You know, once you become a Christian,
当一旦你成为基督徒以后
you find that, you know, what made you initially you might feel like, oh, Jesus saved me.
一开始你可能感觉就是耶稣拯救了我。
After a while, then you say you have a temptation.
过了一会儿以后，可能你碰到一个试探，
And two things could happen.
可能有两个后果，
And
两
one
个
is
可
that
能。
you fail,
一个就是你跌倒了，
and you fail again.
然后你又跌倒了，
And then you say to God, God, you know, I keep failing.
然后你就跟神说：“哎，神，我真没用，我一次一次的失败。
And a voice in you says, look at you, look at you. ”
然后有另外一个声音在那儿说：“瞧你，瞧你，
God couldn't love something like this.
神怎么能够爱得下像你这样一个人？
You're not acceptable to yourself.
你自己都没办法接受你自己。”
And we feel far away from God.
在那一刻，我们觉得我们真的是离神很远。
Another possibility is you triumph.
另外一个可能性就是你胜过了这个试探，
You feel great.
你觉得自己很棒，
You triumph again.
然后你又胜过
You
了，
celebrate.
然后你就很高兴
And
庆
then
祝。
something sneaky happens.
然后突然有一个你不知不觉有个东西就发生了，
You feel pretty good.
你就觉得自己很不错。
You look at some other people who don't come to church, you say, you know, I don't do what they do.
你看那些比方没有来教会的人，就说那群人，他们做我才不做他们这个样的事呢。
Suddenly you are back into this performance treadmill.
突然你又回到了这个就是要表现的这个模式。
Your righteousness is based on religion.
而你那个时候的意义就是基于宗教上。
But God keeps bringing us back to the same thing.
但是神一再要把我们带回到，
He says, your righteousness is from Christ.
你的意义，你的可接纳性是从基督而来的。
Romans 4, chapter 4, verse 4.
罗马书第4章第4节这个样说
4:4 to 4:7.
做工的得工价，不算恩典，乃是该得的；唯有不做工的，只信称罪人为义的神，他的信就算为义。
他的信就算为义，然后呢？
正如大卫称那在行为以外蒙神算为义的人是有福的，他说得赦免其过，遮盖其罪的，这人是有福的。
遮盖其罪的，这人是有福的。You know what it means?
什么叫
It
遮盖
means
其
this
罪？
righteousness covered your naked.
也就是这个义遮盖了你的赤身露体，
It is the only thing.
这是唯一一个能解决这个的方法。
And you know, if you do really great, you did great yesterday, you did your devotions and you help somebody.
如果昨天你很好，你昨天也灵修了，还帮助了别人，
You're no more lovable than before.
你并不是比前一天神会更爱你多一点儿。
And if you messed up and you screwed up and you did something you cannot imagine anybody sensible doing, like this, yeah.
如果你今天做了一个很蠢的事情，你觉得别人都不会像你这么蠢，你也没有关系，
Because the Bible says this.
因为圣经告诉我
It
们，
says, you are the chosen.
你是被拣选的，
You are holy.
你是圣洁的，
You are beloved
你是蒙爱的，
in Christ.
唯有在耶稣基督里。
some people, so going back to the original question, should Christians date non-Christians?
我们回到前面我问的问题：基督徒应该跟非基督徒约会吗？
I just ask you, what is your identity?
我要问你的问题就是：你到底你自己的形象、你的价值中心在哪里？
What is your righteousness?
你的义是什么？你的被接纳性是什么？
Everyone has layers of identity.
我们每一个人的这一种事实上形象都有很多层。
Yeah, I'm a professor.
我是一个教授，
I'm a Chinese.
我是一个中国
I'm
人，
an American.
我也是美国人。
I am I don't know, Democrat or Republican, let you guess.
我有政治上我有一些选择，
I'm also a Christian.
但是我也是一个基督徒。
What is your deepest layer?
我问你最深的那一层是什么？
Where do you go to?
你到底，就是说最终你终结你要是去哪里？
You can get a sense of someone's deepest layer by looking at what they react to.
事实上，你看一个人对什么东西有什么反应，你大概就知道这个人最中心里面是什么。
If you know your identity in Christ.
但如果你知道你的形象的最根本、最中心是基督的话，
You're a creature of the air. You want to breathe air.
我跟你讲，我们是应该呼吸空气的。
If I'm swimming and I'm barely breathing air, I really don't want to have an anchor.
如果我在游泳，我最多就是说我自己就是只能呼吸到空气，在那个时候，我不希望我脚上捆一个盾锚。
I want a float.
我希
Someone
望
who also wants air.
我希望跟我绑在一起的那个也是另外一个想要浮起来的一个人。
This has nothing to do with how good they are, how nice they are, how kind they are, because that's not how I became a Christian.
这不在于这个人有多好，有多善良，有多慈悲，因为我不是因为那个样成为基督徒的。
I didn't become a Christian because I am good, and I cannot give that person life just because I love them.
你知道，我是借着恩典得救的，所以我没有办法把这个生命传给另外一个人，不管这个人有多好。
Yeah, it was my righteousness imputed to me through Christ. So when God looks at me, He sees His beloved Son.
因为我的这个公义是神放在我的账目上的，是神赐给我的。
When He sees me, He sees His Son.
当神看我的时候，他也看到了基督。
Yes. Let me sum up.
现在给大家做一个结论：
Life is from God.
生命是从神来的，
My identity comes from God.
我们里面的身份是从神来的。
Every one of us wants to be known and to be loved.
我们每一个人都希望被真实的认识，而且被真实的接纳、被爱。
We want to be naked and not ashamed.
我们真的希望自己能够赤身露体，却不羞愧。
But because of our sin,
但因为我们的罪，
we are sure the only way to be loved is to cover up.
我们就觉得唯一能够被接纳的方法，就是把自己直接遮盖起来，
Not let anyone else know what's wrong with us.
不让别人看到我里面的一些问题，
We don't want to repent.
因为我们不愿意悔
We don't
改，
want to admit anything.
因为我们不愿意承认任何事情。
But if you come to God in Christ,
但如果你借着基督来到神的面
if
前，
you are naked before Him,
如果你愿意在他的面前敞开
and
赤
you
身
say
露体，
nothing in my hands,
然后你就说我手中没有握任何的东西，我所能够得着的就是十字架。
if you are naked before Him,
如果你愿意在他的面前赤身露
then
体，
He will clothe you,
他就会披戴你，他会给你衣服穿，
wrap you in a robe of righteousness.
他就以一个公义的袍子把你穿戴起来。
Let's pray.
我们来祷告。
Father, just help us here
天父，恳求你帮助我们。
as we all come before you.
当我们来到你的面前，
We acknowledge that we stand before a pair of just eyes.
我们承认我们站在一对公义的眼睛前面，
We can see that we are naked.
我们自己看到自己的赤身露体。
Please help us.
请你帮助我们。
Who told us we are naked?
谁告诉你你是赤身露体？
Please forgive us.
请你赦免我们，
Help us
请你帮助我们，
not to blame other people,
让我们不要去怪别人，
just to own up.
我们愿意自己站起来，
Just to say, Lord, you have taken all my shame.
对你说，主啊，你把我一切的羞愧都承担了。
In you I am not afraid.
在你的里面，我就不再惧怕。
In you I find the love I've always wanted.
在你的里面，我真的找到那个我寻找很久的真爱，
The reason to live.
以及我活着的目的。
As we bow our heads here,
当我们在这里低头的时候，
we just invite you.
现在邀请你，
If you are never publicly professed your faith,
如果你以前从来没有公开承认过你的信仰，
but you say, Jesus, I want you to be my righteousness.
但你现在愿意说，主啊，我因为你成为我的义，
I want you to be why I am acceptable.
我要因为你使得我成为一个能被接纳的人。
I just don't want to keep trying and trying. I just want to trust you.
我不要再用我自己的方法一再一再的去试，而我要的是信任你。
I trust you.
我信
I
任
open
你，
my heart to you.
我把我的心向你敞开。
If that is your prayer, I just respectfully ask you to just raise your hand.
如果这是你现在的祷告，我邀请你把你的手现在举起来。
Just respectfully ask you to
感
praise
谢
the
主，
Lord.
感谢主，感谢主，
Praise the Lord.
感
Okay.
谢主。
Anyone else?
请问还有哪一位？
You could
感
put
谢
your
主
hand down.
你可以把你
Praise
手
the Lord.
放下。感谢主，
Just say to God, today I open my heart to you.
你就跟神说：今天我把我的心打
I just don't
开，
want to hide anymore. I just want to be truly me.
我不要再躲藏，我要做一个真实的我。
Anyone else?
请问还有哪一位吗？请问还有哪一位？
Let's pray.
我们来祷告。
Father, I just thank you for the open heart that you have opened.
天父，我向你感谢每一个愿意向你敞开的心。
Thank you for helping us to overcome our need to hide.
谢谢你帮助我们，让我们不必再躲藏。
And I just pray, Lord, for every soul that open their heart to you right now.
我现在在这里为每一个向你敞开的灵魂祷告，
Lord, come into their hearts.
请进到他们的心里，
Give them that certainty and assurance that you have redeemed them, that they are holy, beloved.
给他们这确据，他们是蒙爱的，他们是蒙拣选的，他们是圣洁的。
And I pray for the Christians here.
我在这里为所有的基督徒祷告，
Help us to see that we can only rely on you as our righteousness.
让我们看见，我们只有靠着你才能得到称义。
It's the only way we can become loving, become compassionate, become humble people.
这也是我们唯一能够成为一个有爱的、有怜悯的、谦卑的群体。
Help us to be a people of grace,
帮助我们这一群人成为恩典之人，
to joyfully live together because we have been beloved.
大家快快乐乐、喜喜乐乐的聚在一起，因为我们都是蒙爱的人。
In Jesus' name.
奉耶稣基督名。